I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean, there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting 3D. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
Welcome back to the dumbest little horror show of all time, the Beef Wellington of horror podcasts. We are the Dummies of Horror. I'm your host Tim, and once again coming back to the land of Australia en route of the land of freedom. We have Mushroom. Hey, buddy.
Hello, mate. Is that how we do it?
Oh, don't say that.
Hello.
Oh God, you sound like American movies trying to showcase Australia.
Now this is more real accent.
You sound so bogan, it's disgusting. I can imagine you sitting there with like a cheap bourbon and Coke and a pack of smokes.
What are you talking about? No.
Shut up. Shut up. This is episode 181, and we have returned after a few weeks off. Mushroom went away on holidays. How was it, man? Were you having fun?
It was fun. It was fun. Getting to eat shitty food, catching up with people.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean shitty food? You sent me videos on photos of like barbecue.
Oh, that was good. That was great. Just like all the other food, like generally their food's fucking piss poor.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I was bloated the whole time. Maybe it's because I was just eating fast food and shit, but...
Oh, okay, yeah. You need to go down to the south.
Yeah, I do.
Get some real good southern cooking.
Yeah, honestly. Well, I had alligator. That was fun.
Yeah, so how was it? So your wife's brother...
Yeah.
What, did he smoke it, or...?
He did a bacon weave and smoked it.
Oh my God. Did he tell you where he gets the alligator from, or how much it costs, or anything like that? That's what I'm curious about.
As far as I know, it's not too expensive. He wanted to get a whole tail, but he couldn't get a hold of it in time. So he just got like a packet of meat and like kind of pulled it out and wrapped it up.
Wait. The photos that you sent me was like looked like a full crocodile or full alligator.
No, it was the bacon wrapped ones.
Oh, right. Okay, maybe I was just thinking of something else. Maybe I was looking at other photos you sent me.
Oh, I think I have. He has done a full one before.
Okay.
Maybe that was an older one. But the one that we had was just like pieces sort of wrapped in bacon.
How was it?
Look, it's not my favorite thing. It just tasted like... It was like the texture of fish, but then it just kind of tastes like white meat. Like, it just tastes like chicken.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I've had crocodile
It's not
before,
bad.
but...
I imagine it's similar to crocodile.
Yeah, okay. You know what pisses me off is I've tried so hard to get, like, crocodile or alligator or anything over here to put in my smoker.
Yeah.
It is so hard to find, man.
I'll have a look.
I'm not going to get it imported from California.
No, there's a dude who, like, in an honestly similar packet to what it looked like we had. Superbutcher.com.au.
AU? Wait, is he getting it from Australia?
No, that's where I'm looking. Because I'm in Australia with you.
Yes, you are.
He got it.
We live in
He
Australia.
got it from Florida.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You can get a kilo of croc for $32.
Wait, what the fuck? Where are you looking? I've been looking for, like, months.
Superbutcher.com.au.
Hang on, no, wait. This isn't a full crocodile, though, is it?
No, it's just a kilo of crocodile meat.
Ah, okay. No, like, I want to smoke, like, the whole body. Where you see the jaw. Like, you can put an apple in the jaws.
Got it. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Let's see if you can do that.
Oh, just quickly, shout out to my my barbecue buddy, Mr. Ben, who's probably listening right now. I got a message for him quickly. Fuck you, Benjamin. Fuck you.
Oh, this says whole Australian saltwater crocodile frozen.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, that's so much money.
So how much?
Like $300.
How big is it? Because saltwater crocodiles are, like, massive. I wouldn't be able to put that on my smoker.
There's a 7 kilo one and a 9 kilo one.
Oh, that's not bad.
But from how I'm looking, like it comes like skinned and the head's off and stuff.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
The only bit you get is like the end of the tail, which is like you want the head, right? Like you want the fucking head, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, unless you're gonna smoke like a baby saltwater crocodile, I don't think there's like you're gonna get a full like saltwater croc on my smoker anyway.
Yeah, it just says whole, head off, tail fillet, mince, tongues, bone in, leg,
tongues, crocodile tongues.
Foot
wow.
on. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I smoked a pig's head last year.
This is
so
on
there's hope.
Gamekeepersmeat.com.au.
Right. Okay. I'll keep looking. You never know. Right, let's talk business.
Sure.
Let's talk about what we're doing, man.
Yes.
What we have planned.
Oh, you get a whole
Do you want to explain?
goat.
Yeah, I don't really like goat meat that much.
Neither.
Do you want to explain what we're doing for the rest of the year and then some?
Okay, as I understand it, sure. Apparently, what we're going to do is we're each going to take turns, and we're going to pick a movie, and then you're going to pick a movie, respectively, and then we're sort of going to go through the subgenres of horror, and one of us will pick a movie, and then we'll do like a top 5 each, and then we'll wrap it up. And we'll talk about that subgenre. Is that about it?
Basically, you went the full long route with it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
That's kind of
I went through it twice as well. But that's okay.
So what Mushroom is trying to explain...
I'm better at just making the little ad-libs.
We're doing horror subgenres. So every episode is going to be a new subgenre of horror, where we pick one movie of our choosing from that subgenre, review it, and then talk a little bit about the subgenre in discussion. So, Mushroom, what's our subgenre for this episode?
This episode is isolation horror.
Isolation. So we'll be talking about that with the movie that Mushroom picked, which was
10 Cloverfield Lane.
And I'm glad you picked that. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
But I have 48 different subgenres of horror.
Dang.
So we'll be doing this for the rest of the year.
Conceivably
and then
the rest of our lives.
2026. I want to try and get to... I need 2 more. I want to get 50 subgenres.
Okay.
So I'm still studying it. Do you want me to list off the subgenres that I've got right now?
No, it'd take forever.
I can read really quickly.
Okay, go for it then.
Okay. We have apocalyptic, action horror, rape revenge, survival horror, body horror, cannibalism, horror comedy, ghost stories, haunted house, kaiju, witch, occult, demon, science fiction horror, aliens, home invasion, monsters, animals, nature, redneck, slasher, vampire, werewolf, zombie, possession, found footage, psychological horror, giallo, anthology, folk horror, creepypasta, dark fantasy, horror westerns, torture porn, extreme, isolation, which we're doing today, small creatures, virus, classic, creepy kid, gothic, technology, Lovecraftian, clown, crime, superpower, religious, and shitty CGI.
Oh, I have one more.
Yes?
Versus.
Like, as in, like, Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, or like Mega Shark versus Mega Octopus or shit.
Done. I'm adding it to the list. You have one more just to make it 50.
Could do anime again? I don't know.
We could. That's not a bad pick.
Like animated?
That's not a bad
or
pick.
Children's?
Like entry level.
Like family horror?
Family. I like family. Let's do that.
Like Hocus Pocus or Goosebumps or shit?
Let's do that. Family. Yeah. Cool. I like that. Is there any subgenre that I listed off there that you are not keen on doing?
Nah. I mean, I'm not keen on doing extreme again, but let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, there's a few in there, like Rape Revenge. I'm not really keen on doing again. Giallo. I've never really been that big of a fan of Giallo stuff.
I don't know what that is, so we'll find out.
We'll get to that. So yeah, at the end of this episode, I'm going to put all 50 subgenres, well 49 now, into a random number generator, which will pick the next subgenre we're doing.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll go from there. So that's what we're doing. On top of that, dude, 2025 has finally hit. I've got a chance to see some movies.
I've also had a chance to see some movies.
I heard one of the movies that you'll be talking about tonight, and I've got it loaded, ready to go. Have not watched it yet, so I'm keen for your thoughts. But before we do anything, I think it's time to jump back into work with the question of the week.
Question of the week.
All right, well, question of the week for last time, as asked by Mr. Mushroom himself, he asked, what are you chuffed for in 2025?
Oh, yeah.
And I wrote a translation which says, what are you excited for in 2025?
They know what chuffed means.
So we've got Zach Van Vuklis, who said, reading this, someone should make a Beatles-themed horror movie.
A Beatles-themed horror movie?
I don't know why. Reading this, I don't know why. I mean, I'm anything Beatles, I'm down for.
Oh no, John, you're stabbing me.
And he can sing while stabbing. Hola dee, hola da. Life goes on, but not for you.
Oh shit, Weird Al?
Shane McKay's. What was that?
Shit, Weird Al's here?
Oh, fuck. Alright, Shane McKay says, probably for something I haven't heard of yet. I didn't hear about The Coffee Table or In a Violent Nature until a few months into 2024. Well, I mean, they didn't come out until, like, halfway through 2024.
Yeah.
I don't understand what this answer is.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
I'm guessing he's saying he wants to watch something. I don't know. Shane, thank you. Scott Crawford. You remember Scott Crawford?
Who?
Those, like, Scott and Heather, they used to do this show called the Friday Nightmares Podcast.
Did they quit?
Yeah, they quit. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Actually, we shouldn't spread rumors. They're still going.
Okay.
Like, apparently,
Fine.
they just don't like to post episodes.
First I heard about it.
I think they've got about 14 episodes recorded, but Scott just needs to get off his fucking ass and upload them.
So lazy.
Jesus, Scott.
So lazy.
I know, it's like he's planning a wedding or something. My God. Scott says, in life, I am chuffed for... Look, he uses the word chuffed.
What a fucking legend.
Do Americans know what chuffed means?
I think they do.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I thought it was like a full Australian thing.
Actually,
that only Australians would know.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Ask your wife. Just go up and say, I'm chuffed for you.
Hey!
That shit will never get old. Scott said, in life, I'm chuffed for my wedding. And movie-wise, I'm chuffed for Until Dawn.
Ooh.
I'm a huge fan of the video game and the whole Groundhog's Day-esque way they are going about it seems quite fitting for the choose-your-own-adventure style game.
Look, I watched a full trailer for it at the movies, and it was a
Yes.
different trailer. And yeah, look, all right, it looks pretty good. I'm still annoyed, but it's pretty good.
I mean, you never look. It could be.
We'll see, we'll see.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's your number one movie of the year.
We'll see. I'm just not. Look, there was a trailer that I watched this week that I was not chuffed for, and the movie ended up being pretty good. So
Are we going to talk about that movie later?
I imagine so.
Can I just?
It's a what horror I've done.
Can you just tell me the movie? Because I'll forget about you saying that.
The Gorge.
Oh, I also watched that. We can talk about that.
Okay, we will.
Okay. And yeah, Scott's getting married. So,
Well, congratulations.
oh shit! I totally forgot. And sorry to take the spotlight off Scott right now, but I just quickly want to congratulate my brother and sister-in-law. Currently, right now, it's the 21st of February,
Yep.
and currently, right now, they are having a baby.
Right now?
Yeah, like literally, like she's in labor,
shit.
like giving birth. Like I don't know if it's like literally coming out, but she's in hospital about to give birth.
Okay.
So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So we got fucking weddings and babies coming out and until dawns.
Yeah, it's all it's a packed year.
Yeah. Matt Wood. Oh, and we got sexy Matt Wood too.
Fuck yeah,
he's
dude.
So. Oh my god.
Fuck.
The amount of slobber I would put on his dick. He says, I've got to
warm
be
ears
honest.
come up in the microwave.
Shut the fuck up. Matt Wood says, I've got to be honest, I'm not really chuffed for anything, which isn't fair as I'm hungover and I'm a miserable cunt.
Poor Matt.
That said, I'm looking forward to the new Final Destination movie as well as the new
Yeah.
Predator movie. Not the animated one, though, as that's bullshit. Yeah.
What?
Matt, I agree with you.
Are they doing an
I'm also a
animated one?
miserable cunt. They're doing two, apparently. One live action and one animated Predator movie.
I'll take it. I like an animated movie.
I'll just take anything Predator, as long as it's not the Predator.
Yeah, or Child.
Fucking hell.
They
I
should
got what
do
you
like
mean.
it. Yeah, no, I mean like they should do like a kids one and call it Child Predator.
Have you seen that TikTok where, like, this kid is dressed up as a predator, and he goes, "I'm the child predator," and his dad's like, "Nope, you're not doing that."
Oh man, that's so funny.
Mike Merriman from
Mike's house.
sorry, fuck, I clicked the wrong button, and now from Mike's house.
All the way from his own home.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that's so good. Mike Merriman from No More Room in Hell.
And Mike's house.
Great podcast. And Mike's house.
Whose house?
He has a trailer here for Dead Talents Society.
Okay.
And I'm sure I saw something written about this, and it actually looks pretty fucking decent. I don't want to watch the trailer or know anything about it, just in case it ruins it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dead Talent Society, a movie coming out this year. So, yep. And lastly, Pat Yee says, I'm Chuffy McChuffed to hear Tim's tasting notes on the... Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I don't know what it's going to be
Fuck
about.
you, Pat. I'm Chuffy McChuff to hear Tim's tasting notes on the recipes seeded from his new cookbook.
Seated. Nice, dude.
Make me waste that panini, you bastard. If you have not heard our latest pre-show episode on Patreon, that's what he's referring to, what we spoke about there, so... Good work, Pat. Yeah. If you have not listened to our pre-show, it's on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon, you can't listen to it, so be a Patreon. Those shows there, we've only done 3 so far, and they're actually some of the funniest shit that we've done. In my opinion.
People have said they're disgusting.
Yes. If you want to hear me gagging and almost vomiting, then that's a Patreon episode or Patreon show that you should go and check out.
So you should definitely go check it out.
You should. You should. All right. Well, that is it for Question of the Week. We have this week's Question of the Week to talk about. And Mushroom, while I get this random number generator up, can you explain what we're doing?
Sure. So we're going to pick the movie for the next episode right now, and then we'll ask you, what's your favorite blank genre movie? And so right now, we don't know, so we're going to find out together as a community. And then we'll say, what's your favorite, whatever this is going to be.
We have it. So random number generator from 1 to 50. 50 different subgenres. We're going to choose what one
Let's
is.
go.
Here we go. Click. 37. 37 is... Holy shit.
What is it?
Oh, this is cool. All right. Next week, we will be doing the subgenre of small creatures.
Small creatures. So, like gremlins, critters, etc. kind of thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
I don't
will
know.
be Tim's movie pick.
It will be.
So
yes.
we'll find out more about that in a couple of weeks. But yeah, what is your favorite small creatures movie? Or movies?
Done.
Easy.
Done.
Question of the week.
The Gate. Well, I could make you sit down and watch Troll 2.
You could. And I would watch it again.
Funny enough, I literally watched a Small Creatures movie last night, so... yeah, that is Small Creatures.
Little Women.
I mean, sorry, that is question... that is Question of the Week. We are going to go ahead and get into the feature presentation. Isolated Horror starts right now.
And now for our feature presentation.
You know what? There's a movie from 2013 called Bad Milo.
Yeah, that sounds not malty and chocolatey and gross.
A man learns that his unusual stomach pains are being caused by a demon living inside his intestines.
Oh, wait. Did I watch this? I swear I watched this, dude. Or was that some other...
I don't know.
No, I watched this. I've seen this.
Oh, damn it. Is it good?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You should definitely... If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. I'm happy to watch it again, honestly.
All right.
Let me see what I gave it. I actually...
Knob goblins.
Aw, Rob didn't like the monkey. Momo.
That's not a surprise. All right, we'll talk about that. Oh, no, that's not small.
Was it Bad Milo? I'm sure I watched it. Maybe I didn't rate it. Oh no, I rated it. I liked it.
Okay,
Rob didn't
all right,
like
we'll talk
it.
about that. He didn't like Bad Milo.
I didn't like Bad Milo. He gave it a 6. Actually, that's like a Rob 10.
That's good for him. All right, you ready?
He's like, I guess it's okay.
Oh, hey, Rob, didn't know you were here.
It's probably the best movie of the year. 6 out of 10.
Oh, we love you, Rob. I should keep that in.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we are with feature presentation. We're talking isolation horror on this episode. So, can I put you on the spot right now?
Yeah, put me on it.
Make you and ah.
Oh,
Okay.
you love doing that shit.
In your own words,
Yeah.
what is isolation horror?
As I interpreted it, it's just when part of the horror element is you being cut off from the rest of the world. Like
That's
you having
Yep.
not necessarily no escape, but like not an easy escape or an immediately obvious one.
Yes.
So, like,
That's...
yeah, right? Like, I don't think it's too complicated. I think it's just when part of the scary part is there doesn't seem to be an escape.
That's exactly what I interpreted it as. But I did search up on Google and got a longer, much longer explanation of what isolation really is.
Because, like, if you really think about it... Sorry, I'm going to go off a tangent. But, like,
No,
even, like, apocalyptic horror is almost isolationist. Because it's like...
Yeah.
Well, the whole world's fucked. How do you get out of... You can't. You're stuck. You're done. Like...
Yeah.
Or like, a time travel one can almost be isolationist. Or... Like, almost everything can. Like, but... Yeah.
But when I think about isolation horror, I tend to more think about, like, smaller environments, just like the movie we're doing tonight with 10 Cloverfield Lane, rather than, like, apocalyptic, where there is nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
I know, technically, yes, that is isolation, but...
I think a good one was that one from last year where, like, I can't remember what it's called, but, like, it was, like, a big hole, and then there was a little house in the hole, and...
The seeding, yeah.
Like, that was a good isolationist one.
That's definitely isolation. See, that's what I mean. Like, where there is an out, you're just not able to reach it.
Yeah.
But what Google says about isolation horror is... Isolation horror is a horror trope that uses isolation as a setting or theme to create fear and discomfort. It's a common technique in horror films and fiction. How does it work? Setting. Isolating characters in unfamiliar places or haunted houses can make them vulnerable to physical or psychological threats. Emotions. Isolation can force characters to confront their deepest emotions, which can lead to panic and hallucinations. Tension. The idea that help is unavailable can create tension even when nothing horrific is happening. Here's some examples. The Woman in Black is an example of a horror film that uses a haunted house as an isolated setting. Alien uses the idea that no one can hear you scream in space to create tension. What's the purpose of this? The purpose is the isolation in horror can create a sense of unease and dread that helps build tension and suspense. It can also help viewers confront their own fears and anxieties in a safe way. So, according to Google, that's what isolation horror is. And I think we were close on the mark with what we were going for.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's... To be honest, like, isolation horror is such a wide, like, subgenre, comparing to next week's subgenre, which is small creatures.
Yeah, small creatures kind of have to have a small creature.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Chucky count?
Is he a creature, though?
No.
Yeah. Fuck, that's another sort. Dolls.
Dolls, yeah.
Dolls, shit, okay. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, like, there's so many other movies that would usually fit. Like, take, for example, Friday the 13th. You know? You could put that in isolated horror, where most people would say it's a slasher film, and they're not wrong. It is a slasher film. But it's also got that isolated setting to it.
Yeah.
Where they're finding it hard. Like, the whole car doesn't work, can't escape
Yeah.
element. So, yeah. So, question for you is, why did you choose 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Honest answer?
Yeah.
Popped up in a lot of the lists, and I was like, fuck, I like that movie. I want to watch it again.
Have you seen it since it came out?
Last time I saw it was at the Movies.
Yeah, okay, so 2016.
Yeah. So,
Which,
like 9
like,
years
that movie's...
ago.
Yeah, it's almost 10 years old. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That means I've been reviewing movies for almost 10 years now. So I started in 2016.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Craziness. So yeah, we're going to talk about 10 Cloverfield Lane, and then we're going to come back
Also,
with
like,
our top 5.
One of John Goodman's
Yes.
best movies, honestly.
Oh, dude. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about 10 Cloverfield Lane, and then after that, we're going to talk about our top 5 favourite isolated horror films. So here we are with the trailer to 10 Cloverfield Lane.
together and watch how you play. They don't understand, and so we're running just as fast as we can. Holding on to one another's hand. Trying to get away into the night, and then you put your arms around me as we come to the ground. Asleep alone. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Don't open that door! They're going to get all the killed!
Something's coming.
Alright, we are talking about 10 Cloverfield Lane from 2016, as we just said. The story of this is a young woman is held in an underground bunker by a man who insists that a hostile event has left the surface of Earth uninhabitable. This stars John Goodman as Howard. We've got Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Michelle, and we've got John Gallagher Jr. as Emmett. And there's like a couple of other people that kind of make an appearance.
They're technically in the
such as-
movie, but not really in the movie.
Yep, such as Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
He... it's only his voice.
Yeah.
He plays Ben, Yeah. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who, honestly, I thought he's done so much more, but he really hasn't. He's just in my mind because of his beautiful, gorgeous directing efforts with the movie Prey.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago, yeah. And I'm pretty sure he's bringing out the next Predator movie, so, yeah.
That's good. Good for you. Good for us all.
It is. Alright, so 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mushroom, I'm going to let you go with your thoughts first.
Yeah. So I saw this at the movies many moon ago. And I just really fucking enjoyed it. I watched it without having seen Cloverfield. So I really wasn't sure what Cloverfield was about. So
Yeah, okay.
it really... I think I sort of... Because you sort of know through pop culture, but I didn't actually know.
Yeah.
So kind of went in blind, being like, yeah, this looks alright. It's a horror movie. Let's just go see it, you know? And it was just so good and so tense. And John Goodman is so creepy. And it was just like, because I think I didn't know about Cloverfield, I wasn't questioning, like I was really questioning whether it was real or not.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, you kind of forget that it's a Cloverfield movie while you're watching it. And you're like, fuck, is it real? Like, is it just this spin-off universe where it hasn't happened yet or whatever?
Yep.
Like, and you're like, is he fucking crazy or is he a genius? And either way, he's still creepy and fucked. Don't get me wrong. But, like, you're just like, you spend the whole movie trying to fucking work it out. And he's just so fucking scary in this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
just so controlling, so menacing without being menacing, and like, yeah, just that, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody knows someone like this in their life, where they're just like a fucking know-it-all,
Oh, yeah, I know a few people like that.
or just being like, I'm actually a really good guy. Don't get me wrong, kind of dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm doing this for you. Can't you see how good of a person I am? It's your fault, you know, that I'm angry or that I'm this or that.
I understand that. Yeah, I know people like that too.
And so, like, it must be, like, fucking super triggering for anyone in, like, abusive relationships or with shitty parents or shit like that. But it just, he captures that fucking self-righteous asshole so well. And it's just so, even though you like John Goodman and you love John Goodman, it's so good to see him just, like, melt. Right? It's just so satisfying. Spoilers. And then you're just like, oh yeah, that's right, it's a Cloverfield movie. And then you get like 20 minutes of Cloverfield at the end.
Yeah, I'll elaborate more on that when I get to my piece, because
Sure.
I kind of have questions. But yeah, overall, you enjoyed the movie.
I love it. I love this movie. I think it's great.
For me, I didn't see this at the cinemas. I saw it when it came out in 2016. And if I remember correctly, it didn't make my top 10 of that year. I don't really know why. I don't think I appreciated the movie. Because back like in 2016, I watched movies very differently to how I watch movies now.
Okay.
Where I take into account of performances and filmmaking. Where back then I didn't. It was more just for entertainment purposes. And I remember liking it, but I don't remember loving it. And watching it here, if I could redo 2016, my top 10 again, I think this would be heavily in there. It wouldn't be my number one. Nothing's kicking out my number one of 2016.
What was that?
Train to Busan.
Oh shit! Yeah, look, that's a rough year to go up against.
Yeah. But I think this would be in the top 5 for sure. I think this is a really, really good movie. And we'll get to it more, but I don't think it's perfect. I don't. I think there was parts in the movie that I was looking at it a little differently than what I should have.
Yeah.
For me, like, one of the things that really bothered me with the movie was the score. I found the score wasn't perfect. At times, it was kind of a little distracting, if anything.
A little jarring
because
with all the music.
It kind of... There were times where it didn't really fit the tone of the movie. And I'm like, what are they doing with the score? Very much at the start as well. The other thing... And I completely forgot to mention that we are doing complete spoilers on this.
Yeah,
So,
I
sorry,
figured.
if you
Sorry.
haven't seen 10 Cloverfield... Yeah, if you haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, go and watch it. Definitely. It's streaming in like 3 different places, by the way, so no excuse.
Is it?
Yeah. It was, I think... Oh, no, it's Binge and Stan here in Australia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of them anymore, so...
That's fair. I have to. Fucking kids.
Just don't let us talk.
What really bothered me with this movie was the third act with the aliens.
I remember it initially when I first time watched it. It bothered me too because I really enjoyed the rest of the movie so much. I was like, why the fuck do we tack on this garbage alien shit?
Yeah. I mean, like, thinking about it now, it actually brought to light some questions and some discussion that we'll get into in a minute that I think could be interesting.
Sure.
But what I thought was going to happen, because I didn't remember the ending of this movie, what I thought was going to happen and what I thought would have been a bigger kick in the dick ending is if Michelle escapes at the end to find that the world's normal. Completely normal. She sees kids playing sport and everything like that.
No.
But what they...
Go on, sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, but what they did was he was right for the most part. Not everything, but he was right. He said it was so interesting watching it, knowing that there is an alien invasion, and some of the stuff he was right. Like when he said they'd be coming to pick people off and things like that is exactly what they were doing. Mm-hmm. Like he wasn't right about maybe the radiation and all that shit, because that ended up being like a gas, but I guess it was in the air to some degree. But then it didn't really seem to affect her when it was out of the... You know what I mean? Like, so who knows? But for a lot of it, he was like nailing it. and you're like, huh? Like, because I was like watching it with Amy, and she hadn't seen it before. I was like, huh? You know, like just trying to not react.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
That was one of the discussions I had was he legit during the whole movie?
some of it he was legit.
So what wasn't he legit with? Obviously the little girl, Megan.
Yeah, see. I don't know. Yeah, there's like this is why it's not a perfect movie, right? Because there's so much about his character that's not, you know, like, is he a serial killer? Why does he just have that basement room?
Yeah.
Like, why is that in there? Like,
Which room, sorry?
the just the room with the bare mattress and the pipe. Like, why is it completely empty like that?
That's a good conversation.
Everything else is planned out to a T. He doesn't seem like a person who leaves mistakes or leaves things half done.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was ready. So, like, why would he have just this blank room other than he was already using it to kidnap and kill people?
Do you wish they dug a little deeper into that whole
I do.
element of the movie?
Because they only ever suspect.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess you could say that he killed that guy because it was like, you know, he's a military dude. He doesn't really have any qualms about, like, killing people because of his service. Or maybe it's because he's just a fucking serial killer and he loves it.
Well, are you talking about Emmett? Was his name?
When he kills
the guy
Emmett.
that he puts in
And
the
he's
acid.
just like bang. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, I thought maybe he did that because he felt like it wasn't safe for him to be around, and maybe like a bit of paranoia came into his head.
Yeah, but
then on the other hand,
he could
yeah,
do
you
it
could say
so
like,
quickly.
yeah, true.
Like, how could
True.
he kill so quickly?
That's true.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, he
just
was a
made
Navy guy, so maybe
split decision. But yeah, maybe. But then he already had the chemicals to melt a body. I don't know.
that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Like,
is
I know
true.
he says it was for waste, but surely there's another way. And how does he know that putting a whole body in the you know? I don't know. So it's like he'd done it all before, sort of thing. And so I like to think that he was a serial killer pre this stuff. But I also think he was right about the aliens and stuff.
Are you thinking serial killer? Because I'm thinking something else.
What are you thinking?
I don't feel comfortable saying this word, but
Like
pedophile.
like a pedophile? Yeah, but like a murdering pedophile?
Yeah. Someone that, like,
Yeah.
rape and torture.
Yeah, but
Because why a little girl? Because
because
there was no other clues of anyone else.
I don't know. Because he wasn't ever really being sexual with whatever her character name is.
That's true.
Michelle. Like,
That
he
is-
wasn't trying to fuck her. He wasn't trying to be creepy. He wasn't.
That's because
touching
she's of
her.
age.
Maybe. But he seemed to be averse to it. Like, he did just seem to want to be more of a dad than a partner.
Yeah, that's true.
And that might be part of his, you know, what's wrong with him.
So maybe the whole story about his real little girl being taken away from him, he was trying to fill that hole with this other random girl.
Yeah, perhaps.
So maybe we're getting it all wrong. Maybe he's not a serial killer at all. Maybe he's just
He's
a dad that wants to be a dad and is just taking the extreme measures to become one.
something like that. It's still fucked.
Either way. Yeah, no, definitely. It's either way he's fucked in the head.
Yeah. So you never really know. So that bit, like, I would like to know, but maybe that's part of the fun, is not knowing.
Maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to know.
But no, you're right. Maybe, yeah, that part of the fun is not knowing and having conversations like these.
Yeah.
But you said it perfectly. John Goodman, he makes this movie for me,
Bro,
and I'm sure everyone else.
Say what we want about everything else. John Goodman, 10 out of 10 performance, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, like everyone else involved was really good as well, but John Goodman had to channel something dark in him to bring this performance out, and he nailed it. He really did.
and it's that shit from like, you've kind of watched him as this like good guy dad on like Roseanne and shit, and,
Yeah, yeah.
and then for him to channel this horrible dude, like, you know, this controlling asshole.
You've seen the Big Valbowski, haven't you?
Big Lebowski?
Big Lebowski. Sorry, fuck, I'm doing a wrestling thing. Yeah, Big Lebowski.
Yeah. I mean, he's a jerk in that too. So
I've never seen it. I wanted to know what his character was like in that.
he's kind of a know-it-all jerk in that too.
Like, as much as he is in this, or...
Yeah, kinda, honestly.
Wow, okay.
Like, a pretty similar energy.
Where he just snaps randomly?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
It's not as intense and crazy. It's more... Big Lebowski's more of a comedy, but like...
Yep.
Yeah, it is pretty similar. I forgot about that.
Wow, okay. So maybe he is...
He plays like the dude's best friend who's kind of a jerk. And he like...
right.
He's like a gun-toting, like, ex-army guy, and he like gets them into trouble because he's like so headstrong about his like opinion about shit.
Yeah, okay.
And about like they're in like a bowling league, and he's like, that's not part of the league and shit. And he fucking like pulls out his gun and shit. Like,
maybe I should watch it.
it's a fucking great movie. Honestly, I love Big Lebowski.
Yeah, okay. I hear everyone talking about it. I've just never... It's like Quentin Tarantino movies. I've never seen them.
Yeah, you don't really mess with those movies.
It's just... I don't know. There's no... It's not like I don't like them. They've never just been on my radar.
Fair enough. I mean, From Dusk Till Dawn's almost a Quentin movie. I mean, I know it's a Rodriguez one, but...
I mean, like, I've seen that. And I've seen, like, Django Unchained. But I've never seen, like, Pulp Fiction... or any of his other ones.
Maybe we could do that for Patreon when we're done with the Arnold stuff.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there's heaps of, like, famous big movies I've never seen. Back to the Future franchise, never seen it.
Oh, we should totally do it like a...
We said we're going to do that on Kaboom.
Like a... Damn it, I was going to make a Kaboom joke.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, no, but could be interesting.
Yeah. Question about 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Is, do you think that this is a sequel to Cloverfield? I'm assuming you've seen Cloverfield now.
Well, yeah, I have. Well, Cloverfield's like the first night, right?
Yeah.
And so this supposedly starts on the first night and goes a long time.
True.
So canonically, I think it is.
So you think it's in the same world?
Yeah, I think it's the same world. I think that's why it's 10 Cloverfield.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Like, I think
that was...
they're the same aliens and the same ship, right? Like,
well, I don't know if Clover from Cloverfield, like the monster in Cloverfield, is an alien because it came from the sea.
oh,
And like, I was watching a review from this of this movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Apparently, the reason Clover, which is the monster's name in Cloverfield, why he woke up was because a satellite fell from Earth, fell from the space into the ocean, which woke up the monster.
yeah.
And in this movie, right at the end, when she's in the car, you can see something falling from the sky.
Oh, so maybe it's like just a prequel?
So is that? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, man.
But is that the satellite falling that wakes up the monster? Because if that's the case, then what? The aliens are everywhere except New York City?
I don't know. I honestly don't know how it all fits in.
Yeah. It's strange, and I think that's maybe what let me down with this movie originally, is I went in expecting a Cloverfield movie, and this isn't anything like the first one.
No, it's not at all. Maybe that's why I liked it better.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, you went in with fresh eyes. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like, okay, talking about Isolation.
Yeah, I'm
with
trying
this
to see on the
movie.
wiki, and it just says like it's a spiritual successor.
Okay, so it doesn't really explain the tie-in.
Not at all.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Talking about the isolation in this movie.
Yes.
I've got my top 5 to speak about in a second, and it's actually very, very, very close to one of the movies in my top 5, and I'll explain that when I mention the movie. But I think as an isolation movie, I think this is one of the best ones out, like modern day anyway, best ones available.
Sorry, what was that?
What about for you?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Like as if we're talking about this as an isolation movie,
Yeah.
I think that this is one of the best isolation horror films available.
I honestly think so too. That's why I picked it. I was like, it's a really good, because part of the fun I think of this one, bar the aliens bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Is being like, is it real? Is it not real? Because that bit with the chick, because you're kind of just assuming he's a fucking nutcase, and that's his story to manipulate them into not escaping, right? Mm-hmm. And then that chick pops up, and she's all fucked up, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, like, is it real?
But then she keeps saying, I only touched it or something like that.
Yeah, she's like, it only touched me for a second. It only touched me for a second or
Yeah.
something. And I guess we're now assuming that was the green gas.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But, and then we keep finding out, and then it just like doesn't mention anything about outside anymore, and then we're more focused on the inside. I think it's like a really good, like manipulator of like throwing red herrings around.
Yeah.
Sort of thing where it's like, oh no, he's lying, so he must be lying about that as well.
Yeah.
Or what if he planned that somehow? Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like anything.
Yeah.
And then when you get out and it's like actual aliens, you're like, what the fuck?
True, yeah. But then, like, being, like, okay, put yourself in these girls' shoes.
Sure.
She's locked inside this bunker with 2 random dudes. One that makes her feel very uncomfortable. The other one, not as much.
Not as
but
much,
still,
but still a random dude you don't know and don't care about.
that is a horror experience in itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Being locked in this bunker with these people that you barely know. That sounds horrible. I'd hate that.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be into it. No.
Although they were watching cannibal movies, so
Yeah.
that's something. So yeah, as an isolation horror movie, I think that this nails it. I think you picked probably one of the best movies you could pick.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, well done.
I also wanted to pick something that, like, I figured neither of us had seen in a while.
Yeah, no, good call. Good call. All right. Anything else you want to say before we get to scores?
It's underrated, but, like, I also can see people's issues with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Out of 10.
out of 10, I'm sitting a solid 8 out of 10.
That's what I've got. An 8 out of 10.
Great.
No, I think, like, you know what? 8 out of 10, and that's mainly due to 3 things. Those 3 things are John Goodman,
Yep.
the tension, and the atmosphere.
Yeah, agreed. Like, it lost
All
points for,
10
like,
out of
weird
10s.
alien stuff. It lost, you know, like kind of like gaslighting a sequel kind of bullshit. Like, what was that stupid mutant horror movie that had no mutants in it?
The Mutants? New Mutants?
No,
Like in this movie?
no, not
In this franchise?
not this franchise. That stupid one. Fucking. Well, they had the three hillbillies, and then they did a sequel, and it had no hillbillies.
Oh, Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did that thing where it's like you think it's a fucking Cloverfield sequel, and it's not really.
That's true.
So that's
true.
That's some bullshit. Don't do that.
Yep.
It should have just been something else, to be real.
We're still on this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, the Cloverfield Paradox wasn't that fucking great either. And it was the same thing where it was just like another fucking completely different universe with different aliens and whatever.
Yeah, they tried something different. Funny enough, you mentioned Cloverfield Paradox. I've got some trivia.
Go on.
Although they take place in the same universe, the film has few connections to Cloverfield from 2008. However, producer J.J. Abrams has stated that the studio has a plan to tie the two films as well as possible future films in the franchise together.
Okay.
That didn't age well, that comment. Now that we've seen Cloverfield Paradox, how did it tie it together?
It did not.
Yeah.
I think it made a lot of money at the time, and then they just bailed on it. Like the first two.
But why wouldn't you continue it? Because you got...
Because he got Star Wars.
Oh, okay, J.J. Abrams. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So, like, him and Bad Robot and stuff started doing Star Wars shit. They started making money from Disney, you know?
Fucking Star Wars ruining shit every time.
Yeah, so, like, he got Force Awakens in 2015, and then they did Rise of Skywalker in 2019.
Yeah.
Whereas before that, Cloverfield was, like, his big break movie, you know?
Yeah, true. But, like, it's like he rushed with Cloverfield Paradox and just put out whatever he could. He's like, I don't care.
I think so. And he just produced it, like...
that's true.
I feel like these two movies, like Paradox and even this one, were movies that were something else, and then he was like, how do we make it Cloverfield-y?
Yeah. Dumb. Another trivia here. They shot a more graphic version of Emmett being shot in the head, and it was horrifying. John Gallagher Jr.'s girlfriend was visiting the set that day and became very emotional at watching her boyfriend be murdered.
That's funny.
That is. That's fucking great. Alright, so that is 10 Cloverfield Lane. Well done, Mushroom, on picking the movie.
Thank you.
You did well.
Thank you.
Top 5 isolation horror films. I don't think we'll do a round robin. I think we'll just go... We'll bust out our list right now.
Sure.
If you're down.
Yeah. I'll go first if you want.
Okay, cool.
Sure. Just 5 to 1?
Yeah.
Yep. Number 5 for me is gonna be, just because it's a sentimental movie for me. It's one of the first ones that we actually reviewed together in a different universe. The Green Room.
Oh, right. Yes. Punk rockers.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, yeah, good one.
Yeah. Punk rockers trapped by Nazis in like a fucking venue.
Yep.
Nightmare. We've played enough of those venues and shit to imagine what a fucking nightmare that'd be. Trapped in one of those places.
Suck.
Yep.
Yes.
My number 4 is Misery.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Very nice.
Kathy Bates ass fucking Stephen King horror.
Yep.
Number 3, The Thing.
Okay.
Where you gonna go? It's too
Number
cold.
3.
Where you gonna go? Number 2, as far as isolation, Evil Dead.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm actually gonna say the first one.
Really?
Yeah, because the first one leads more into how fucking trapped they are. I feel like they were trying to escape more in the first one, giving me more isolation vibes, whereas like in 2 they're trying to fight back more.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I'm going to say the first one, just because like there is all those moments where they're trying to go and it gets fucking cut off, or the bridge is gone, or like whatever else, or the fucking spirit comes to get them. Like,
that's true.
You know? And my number 1, because where are you more isolated than space? I just love this movie. Alien is my number 1.
The original Alien.
The OG Alien, the Sigourney Weaver CGI'd out bush alien. That alien.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice. All right, I've got my 5 here. I'm going to give an honourable mention to one movie in particular, and that movie is Adam Green's Frozen.
Okay.
3 kids trapped on a ski lift in the middle of the night.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. It's actually a really decent movie. Didn't make my top 5 because, yeah, my 5 is pretty solid.
Okay.
So, my number 5 is a shark movie.
Shock horror. The Shallows?
The Shallows.
Yeah,
The Shallows.
I knew it would be.
Yeah. What's more scarier than being trapped on a fucking rock that's slowly being submerged with a massive great white swimming around it?
Being trapped on a rock with Blake Lively.
That's worse?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Blake Lively.
I feel like we'd have nothing to talk about.
Show me your boobies.
I think they get shut down pretty quick.
I mean, just sweet talk and say, we're going to die. Like, let me give you an orgasm.
What's in it for her?
You giving her an orgasm.
For me? I don't think Blake Lively wants an orgasm from me.
All right, number 4. Stephen King, once again. Mm-hmm. But not Misery. The Mist.
Oh, shit. Okay, yep.
I mean, it's not the worst place to be trapped in, like a supermarket, but still, what's on the outside? No thanks.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me is Alien.
Yep. Decent pick.
Great movie. Number 2 is I think my 11th favourite movie of all time, and that is Misery.
Nice. You said it wasn't going to be Misery, but it was.
It was, yeah. Misery was the movie I was talking to how 10 Cloverfield Lane's very, very similar.
Yeah. With the leg and everything.
Yeah. John Goodman is Kathy Bates.
He is.
Yeah, except he's... Oh, no, he doesn't like swearing either, so yeah.
No, he's Kathy Bates.
It's a tie-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my number 1
is they both
favorite
big
isolated...
Titties?
So, what?
They both got them big titties.
Yeah. Whose would I like to play with more?
I don't know. It's a toss-up, really.
Kathy Bates. She's my dream girl. My number 1 favorite isolated horror movie is, of course, The Thing. You were right. I was joking the whole time. That was always my number 1.
Thought it might be.
Yeah. I'm a tricker.
It's funny how some of our favorite movies we chose to be the top 1.
Yeah. All right. So, random question right now,
sure.
But isolated horror. What would you give as a subgenre out of 10?
Oh, you know what'd be fun?
Yeah.
Let's rank them all.
It's exactly what we're doing.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, without a score. Like, we'll just, like, does this go above this or below this? Or you think it's easy with a score?
Why don't we do both?
Okay.
Okay, we can do both.
Okay. I'm gonna say...
No, sorry.
Yeah?
Okay, we'll do... No, we'll do score and then...
Oh, no.
Scoring is hard. Yeah, let's rank them.
Yeah. Like,
so as of right now, Isolation is our number 1.
I think it's going to be like... I'm going to do it like, what would I enjoy watching more? Like...
Yes.
An isolation movie or a small things movie? And it'll get harder and harder each week.
It will. And I think by the end we'll get a top 5.
Yeah.
Or maybe top 10. Like, that's 50 subgenres, whatever.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yep. All right, well, that's Isolation Horror. Let us know what you guys think, and tell us if you like Isolation Horror or if you don't really care for it.
Yeah.
All right, last things before we go, we've got some goddamn movies to talk about. So, Mushroom for the last 3-4 weeks.
Yes.
What horrors have you done?
What horrors have you done?
All right, what horrors have we done? Well, I'll start. For 2025, it's finally come around and I've got a chance to check out some movies.
Nice.
So, I'll start with a movie called Into the Deep. This is a new shark movie. Story is divers. So, I always have to watch the shark movies.
Do.
Even though I know going in they're going to be bad.
Pass. Immediately pass. God.
What did you look at?
I don't know, just looking at the cover, it looks like fucking garbage.
Is it the one where the girl is
Yeah,
like,
then there's a great white shark behind it with blood all over it and whatever.
Yeah. I don't hate the poster. Anyway, the story is divers searching for sunken treasure witness the murder of a drug dealer. Witness the murder of drug dealers by modern day pirates.
Yarr.
But a killer great white is determined not to let any of them escape its waters.
Sharks famously hate pirates.
Yes. No, isn't it crocodiles hate pirates?
Oh, yeah. Also technically true.
Yeah. This is definitely not the worst shark movie, but far from the best, which is a shame since the best shark movie and this movie have something in common, and that is Richard Dreyfuss,
Okay.
who appears in this movie. And unfortunately, he couldn't save this film. Some of the shark scenes are decent, but the attack scenes are horrible CGI. This movie is not really worth it, in my opinion. I gave it 4 stars. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are you shocked by what I said?
I am. And it was so shocking, I'd love to hear it again.
Because I cut out, didn't I?
Maybe.
Alright, I said this is definitely not the worst shark movie,
Yes.
but far from the best. Which is a shame, since the best shark movie and this have something in common.
Richard
That is
Dreyfuss.
Richard Dreyfuss. He couldn't save this movie. Some of the shark scenes are decent, but the attack scenes are horrible CGI, and overall, this is not worth anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I give it 4 out of 10.
Boo. Go away, shark movie.
Yeah. It's got Scout Taylor Compton in it, and I really like looking at her, so
Fair
that's
enough.
a plus, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's cute.
Alright, your turn.
Did it try and do anything special, or was it just like, hey, what if sharks and pirate?
I mean, it wasn't your typical story of like, hey, let's go party and then go out in the ocean the next day and not be able to get back. It was actually something different of a story, but still, it was a typical shark movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My first movie is Companion.
Right. Your first one. Okay.
I don't know what this.
This is the one I've got. I've got this loaded up, ready to go.
I don't know what this. I saw this at the movies in America.
Motherfucker.
I did, and I got my monkey popcorn bucket because they didn't have anything for Companion.
Oh, nice. Your monkey, the monkey popcorn bucket.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Well, is that also Marvel shit? So I was like, well, I'll get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, a billionaire's death sets off a chain of events for Iris and her friends during a weekend trip to his lakeside estate.
I'm guessing that's not the story.
Not really recognizable from what I watched.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you shit about this movie unless you already know it.
I don't. I know nothing.
I would say continue to know nothing. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was fun. I loved the concept. Just... Oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything.
Okay.
It's by no means a perfect movie, but I really fucking enjoyed it.
Okay.
Also, I think,
Okay.
like, the more I see Sophie Thatcher in things, the more I, like, enjoy her. I think she's really good.
What else has she been in? I don't really know her.
She was in Maxine. She was in Heretic. She was in The Boogeyman.
Right.
She just keeps popping up and stuff, and she's really good.
Yeah, okay.
And I think she plays this really well. It's a tricky role, put it that way.
Interesting.
But I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. I had fun.
8?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right.
I haven't even made a Horror 2025 list. Dang.
Oh, no. All right. Well, the next one I'm going to talk about is the newest one on Shudder. Well, the newest one for the year. That is called Dark Match.
Oh,
We watched the trailer to this.
I watched the trailer and I actually started watching it.
You didn't finish it? You didn't care to?
No.
Okay.
I will go back and finish it just to add it to the list.
Yeah.
But man, it did not grab me initially. I'll put it that way.
I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to either, but I will watch it for the sake of possibly having a bottom of the list.
The story of this is a small-time wrestling company accepts a well-paying gig in a backwoods town only to learn too late that the community is run by a mysterious cult leader with devious plans for their matches. And this one stars like Stephen Ogg and Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
there you go.
You'd think someone who would have... Look, so far from what I've seen, the wrestling filming has been bad.
Yeah, it's definitely actors doing wrestling.
But it's just like the shots of them wrestling doesn't look good.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I can see that.
Do you know what I mean? Like them shooting the wrestling was shit. So I was like, if I'm gonna watch a wrestling movie, like a wrestling horror movie, and the wrestling's bad, then what the fuck do I care?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Anyway, I will finish it. I will talk about it properly. But so far, it's unfinished for me.
This is what my thoughts were. This is exactly what I expected. It's a low-budget horror movie about wrestling and the occult. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I am a huge wrestling fan. Jericho did a decent job for his role, as did the other characters. I think that Jericho did a better role in this than he did in Terrifier 3, funny enough. The story is mildly entertaining, the gore is fine, the soundtrack is actually pretty cool. They've got like Kiss playing in the background and stuff, which I liked. One of the biggest problems I had in this is the rules of the wrestling matches. Most wrestling movies get the rules incorrect, and this one makes one mistake by announcing a tornado tag team match, but then just having a normal tag team match. I'm like, come on, really? Jericho's right there.
I know, right?
Like, do you not know what a tornado tag team match is?
That's why I thought it might have some credibility, but whatever.
Yeah. Look, it's fun for what it was. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10 after rewatching it. Thinking about it now, it's not a good movie. To anyone out there that doesn't really care about wrestling, I don't think you should watch this. But I am a wrestling fan. I am a massive Chris Jericho fan, so I enjoyed this more. But still, it's not a good movie. Mushroom, I honestly, I'd say skip it for you.
I'll finish it just because I've put like 40 minutes or so into it. But I'm not going to finish it without like playing some games or something. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be on, but this ain't getting my full attention.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's fair.
But I want to put it on my list. I feel like I've given it, especially the ones we watch trailers for. I would like to finish them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, my next movie?
Go for it.
This one we saw last week, just after Valentine's Day. This movie's called Heart Eyes.
Oh, you saw it.
When the Heart Eyes killer strikes Seattle, a pair of co-workers pulling overtime on Valentine's Day are mistaken for a couple by the elusive couple-hunting killer. Now they must spend the most romantic night of the year running for their lives.
Sorry, did you see this in America?
No, I saw it here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I saw it at Bondi.
So what did you think?
I thought it was great.
Okay.
Look, it's a really fun twist on rom-coms.
Okay, I keep hearing nothing but good reviews of this movie. I know who's made this movie, and it's...
I also know
the
who's made
director
this
of-
movie, and I quite like him.
Yeah, I don't. I do not like his movies that he's previously made. We're talking about the guy that made Happy Death Day.
No.
I like this movie?
No. Josh Rubin has not made Happy Death Day.
I'm sure... Wait, give me a second.
You didn't like Werewolves Within.
I did not. No. I'm thinking of Christopher Landon?
You talking about director or producer?
Oh. No, okay. I was talking producer, Christopher Landon. No, he didn't do Happy Death Days. He did Time Cut, which was shit. Paranormal Activity 3, which is fine. And My Best Friend's Exorcism, which was Okay. No, it is. It is by the guy that wrote Happy Death Day, Freaky, and all those movies.
It is?
Yes, he wrote this movie.
Oh. I like the director. I like Josh Rubin.
Okay. Will I like this movie?
I think you will. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I
don't want to like it.
I think it's funny. I think it's gory. I think it's sort of cute. Yeah. I think there's good chemistry between the two leads.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And I like the conclusion.
I don't want to like this movie because I don't like Christopher Landon.
Sure. Look.
So in saying that, I'll end up loving this movie.
That's
and I'll be angry about it.
Rob Hungy gave it a fucking 7 out of 10.
That's like an 11 out of 10 for him.
I know.
That's really high.
Yeah.
Rob Hungy never gives 7s.
No.
Holy shit. Okay.
Anyway, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Wow.
So
what?
far,
You like this more than Companion?
I did. So far,
Okay.
it's my movie of the year.
Really?
Well, technically, but yes.
All right. Interesting.
Look,
Interesting.
I'm hoping it doesn't make it into my top 10 by the end of the year, but it's close. But yeah, I gave it... Did I say what I gave it? I can't remember.
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My next one. Have you seen this one? Grafted.
No. Where is it? Do I have to get it? Or is it around?
I was told it's on Shudder. I did not get it on Shudder. I acquired it. I don't know if it's actually on Shudder here for Australians.
Let me have a look on Shudder here. I'll get back to you. Because
Okay.
I really want to watch this. And I would have watched it if it popped up on Shudder.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much a movie, body horror.
Because I did watch something else on Shudder.
Okay.
No, it's on American fucking Shudder. It's not here.
Fuck, okay. So it will come to Shudder in 2026.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I did see it coming out later this month, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm sure I did. So, yeah. Alright, the story of Grafted is when an awkward but brilliant Chinese student wins a scholarship into a prestigious New Zealand university, she finds a new way of achieving... She finds a new way of achieving the popularity she craves, one bloody body at a time.
Oh, you're doing a body horror movie, bro.
This is another body horror effort that has its moments. The score is okay, but at times changes the tone of the film, just like 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Okay.
Too many plot holes took me out of this movie. This has been sold as The Substance meets Mean Girls, and sure, if you took the main elements from both movies and mashed it in together, then yes, but both The Substance and Mean Girls have a lot more going for them that Grafted had.
Yeah, okay.
I have spoilers here written in the review, so I don't want to mention that. There are some things that really took me out of this movie, some plot holes where I'm like, really? Like, are people dumb in this movie?
Yeah, okay.
Overall, those plot holes really took me out enough to kind of not really care about this movie no more. So I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I like it. I like the effort, but execution, nah.
Fair
That's
enough.
grafted.
I'm keen to check it out, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I that's one I would say check it out. So for you. So yeah. All right, your next one.
My next one is The Gorg.
The Gorg.
The Gorg.
Okay, I've got that on my list too, so let's do it together.
Two highly trained operatives grow close from a distance after being sent to guard opposite sides of a mysterious Gorg. When an evil below emerges, they must work together to survive what lies within. Government bullshit.
Yeah. Also, the movie's called The Gorge, not
The Gorg.
Gorge. People are going to get confused and
you're gorge.
search and say, Siri, what movie is The Gorg?
You're gorge.
Wow, that's like the only compliment you've ever given me.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about this?
I was because I came in with the expectations severely lowered, right? Because I felt like I'd
Yes.
seen the whole fucking movie from the trailer,
Yes.
and I was pleasantly surprised about how much of the movie I hadn't seen. I actually thought this was a really nice another Valentine's Day movie. This was kind of a rom-com itself. It was like first hour rom-com, second hour like a monster fighting.
Yeah.
Monster fighting slash mystery based discovery uncover the plot movie in the second half.
Yeah.
It didn't blow me away or anything, but I totally had fun with it. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy were great. They had super good chemistry. It's one of those movies where, like, you know, just don't think about it too much. Maybe there's like a little bit too much CGI. There would have been some really cool stuff if they just went a little more practical effects. Like there was a bit in the movie where it was very Super Mario Brothers, which I think would have been better, not CGI.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the creature design was cool, and the story was interesting. So I was in. I didn't hate this movie at all. So. What do you think?
I agree, for the most part. I was really digging this movie up until the twist, as I should say.
Okay.
The reveal is probably the better word.
Sure.
There is a line in the trailer that made me really interested in this movie, and that's not really what we get when we find out what is happening. I really liked the romance angle of this movie.
What did you think it was going to be? Or is that spoilers?
It's not really, because it's just a line in the trailer.
Yeah.
But they say it's the gateway to hell.
Okay.
And then when we find out what
they
it
do say that in
was,
the movie as well.
Yeah, no, they do. They do. So I kind of went in expecting that to be it. And that's not it.
No, not quite.
And when we find out what it is, I was a little let down with it. I was like, oh, okay.
You wanted some like Doom shit. It was like
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Overall, man, I did really enjoy this movie. For an Apple movie, like Apple films.
Yeah.
I thought that this was really good. I really do. I had fun with it. My wife really liked this movie. I think this is her favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
It's my second favorite of the year.
Okay.
But I thought it was really good. I did. So I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay. There we go.
20s.
Nice. So that's The Gorge.
The Gorge.
Okay. My next one is a movie called Get Away.
You get away.
This is Nick Frost's new movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So if you like Nick Frost, you'll probably like this movie.
like
Nick Frost
Nick
is
Frost.
always fun. If you don't know who Nick Frost is,
I've just been
he's the fat guy from Shaun of the Dead.
Pumping out Nick Frost movies. He must have like made a bunch and now they're all just coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got Aisling as well.
It's got who?
Aisling? I'm assuming his wife or partner or something. She's on the poster.
How do you know her? Doctor Who.
No. Like, we're in Australia. We get lots of BBC stuff. So, she's a comedian.
Oh, okay.
So, she's on, like, lots of panel shows, like, Countdown and,
Right.
and whatever out of 10 cats and shit. Like, and,
okay.
and she also, like, she had, like, her own show, and I watched that, and that was good. Yeah, anyway, she's great. She's Irish.
She was good in this movie. The story of this is a family's vacation to a remote getaway takes an unexpected turn when they discover the islands they're on is inhabited by a serial killer.
Q.
This is a decent film. It is. A lot of people are praising this movie. There is a twist involved, and I saw the twist from the moment this movie started. It is a twist that is very similar to another movie that came out last year. And when you start getting the clues, you're like, okay, understood this movie, know where it's going. And it really does nothing that inventive compared to the other movie that came out last year that I will not name because it will spoil.
Well, I should spoil it. I'll ask after.
But look, this movie's fine. If you like Nick Frost, give it a go. But for me, it just reminded me too much of the other movie that I watched last year.
Okay.
That I was like, that other movie did it better. So I give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So that's Get Away. Okay, you're next.
My last movie is a movie called The Dead Thing. A young woman lost in a series of meaningless connections falls in love with a charismatic and sensitive man who hides a dark secret that turns her affair into a dangerous obsession. So, I was like looking for a horror movie on Shudder. This is what I found.
Oh, this is on Shudder.
Yeah. So if you've got Australian Shudder, which is with an A, Shudder. Huh? On Shudder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an actual 2025 Year of Our Lord horror movie with titties in, which is always great. I know.
Yep.
So bonus points. It is. I don't want to spoil it too much because you'll probably watch it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, kind of what the thing says, like where it's just a woman lost in, like meaningless connections, just playing the Tinder game over and over again. Find someone who she like is into, and then it just becomes like things go sour, and then there's twisty turnies.
Okay.
It's
so did you like the movie?
It feels indie-ish, but not so shitty. Like it feels like a high-end indie, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I like it? Yeah. Is it a great movie? Not really. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna give it a Zim minus.
Okay.
It's probably like realistically a 6 out of 10 movie, but I gave it extra points because titties. So, is it worth a watch? Yeah. Could you miss it? Also, yeah. Do Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah.
I will watch this because I am a fan of the director of this movie. His name is Elric Kane, and he hasn't done much in the directing or filmmaking world, but he is a host of a podcast called... He was on a podcast called Shockwaves, and that I used to listen to all the time, and now I think it's called All the Colors of Outer Space, or something like that. I can't remember, but I do listen to him a lot. He does it with another filmmaker called Rebecca McKendry.
Okay.
So yeah,
I will say it was a well-made film.
He's New Zealand.
Oh, really? Nice.
Lives in America, but from New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
New Zealand / Australia. So yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Like I said, it was a well put together movie. I ain't gonna say it's a bad movie at all. It didn't change the world for me or anything, but I enjoyed it. So
okay, fuck, you've had a pretty good couple of releases.
I can't complain. Like they've all been, -7 to 8.5, which is good.
Nice.
So,
all right, I've got 2 more movies here to talk about, and this next one
sort of dark match.
Yeah. This next one I'm classing as a 2025, but I think a few people saw it last year. I heard nothing about this movie last year, and I'm only noticing it now, so I'm classing it as a 2025. Fight me. This movie is called Elevation, and this is streaming on Prime Video if you want to watch it.
Okay.
The story of this is a single father and 2 women venture from the safety of their homes to face monstrous creatures to save the life of a young boy.
Let's go.
This is an interesting movie. Who?
Anthony Mackie, sorry.
Yes, it does. This is an interesting movie because there's kind of a gimmick to it where the creatures can't go above sea level.
Okay.
And when I say sea level, I mean like on land. They can't go above a certain level for reasons. We get into that later in the movie. You find out why. So these people kind of have to venture into a town which is below sea level, where the monsters are, to get supplies. This is a decent movie. I enjoyed this movie. It's a post-apocalyptic film similar to A Quiet Place.
Okay.
It's not as polished as A Quiet Place. Some of the dialogue is a little strange, as is the CGI in this movie. Some of the CGI is a bit... okay. Not horrible, not like Sharknado level, but not as great as like A Quiet Place. But for a lazy afternoon watch, I enjoyed what I got. So I give that a 7.
Cool.
And you're done, aren't you?
I'm finished.
Alright, my last one I'm going to talk about, which is my favourite movie of the year so far, is Wolfman.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to see it before they fucking ripped it out of the movies.
Yeah, so this is so weird, man. Like, this movie is getting the weirdest reviews. Some people are having the time of their lives with it. Other people say this movie sucks.
I'm just going to wait for VOD at this point.
It's available now, if you really want to find it.
Okay. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Going into this movie, I was really worried because I've heard so many up and down things, and werewolf movies for me are so hit and miss. This one really worked for me. I really had a good time with this movie.
Okay.
I thought it was really well done. Me and Scott Crawford from the Friday Night Lights podcast are having a big conversation about this movie, and he said it was just a meh kind of movie. But we had a conversation about why he didn't like it, and all of his problems didn't bother me, or I saw his problems in a different way kind of thing.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about werewolf movies is the look of the wolf.
Yeah, it's a big thing, right?
Yeah, and I won't say, look, it's not my favourite werewolf look. I don't think there ever will be a better werewolf look for me than American Werewolf in London. But what they did in this movie is vastly different than what I was expecting. I really thought it was great.
Okay.
I'll sell this movie to you how it was sold to me.
Okay.
This is a werewolf version of The Fly. So it's not if you go
Okay.
if you go into this movie expecting a full werewolf movie where it goes on a rampage, you're going to be disappointed. This is more about the transformation
Interesting.
element
Okay.
of Wolfman. And for that, I really liked it because it really gave us an in-depth look on what happens. And I've always said I'd love to be a werewolf. After watching this, I don't want to be a
You
werewolf.
want to be no more. You're like, no.
No, I don't want to be a werewolf
No,
anymore.
okay. No more.
Yeah,
No werewolf for Timmy.
Dude, I really fucking like this, man. I really did. I'm gonna give it a rewatch. Hopefully it holds up as much as it did. I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10.
Nice, dude.
The only thing, the biggest problem I have with this movie is it could have really tugged on my heartstrings, but it just didn't go to that level. It kind of fell flat in a little bit, and I'm like, oh, if you just pushed a little harder, I would have been weeping.
Okay.
But it didn't. But yeah, Wolfman, I really liked it. I think this is a lock for top 10 for me.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I dig it.
Nice.
And that's all I've watched
I'm going to try and check it out this year, for sure.
this year. You mean this week?
Okay, fine.
But yeah, man, that is it, baby. That's
Sweet.
it for this show. So, we want to thank everyone out there for listening to us.
Yep.
We would also like to thank all of our wonderful, stupendous, brilliant Patreons out there for always sticking by us
amazing fucks.
and giving us shit and telling me that I suck for having a certain cookbook. So I appreciate you guys so much.
Does suck.
The Patreon page has been a little flat for the past few months. That's because of obviously holidays and Mushroom being on holidays. We have some plans. So if you are on
We'll
Patreon,
get back into it.
yeah, hold your seats. We've got to do a Schwarzenegger episode soon too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking End of Days.
Ooh, okay. Down.
Unless you have something else you want to watch.
Nah.
But yeah, but I have a lot of plans for Patreon. One of which is going to be a video podcast because it has to be.
Okay.
But I'm still working out how to do that. So
Interesting.
you're gonna love it. It's gonna be so much fun for you. But yeah, patreon.com/Dummies of Horror. Go check it out. Different tiers. You can cancel at any time. It's good fun over there, man. Also want to thank the Padded Room Podcast for always having us on. Love those guys. They're brilliant. And if you can, give us a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts.
Or any
just
of the
share
podcast things.
Oh yeah, they all do reviews now, don't they?
If you can rate us high, or leave a comment, just engage with it at any kind of way will help.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yep. Next week, or next episode, we'll be doing Small Creatures. That's the subgenre. I still haven't made up my mind on what movie we're doing, so I'll get back to you on that.
Sweet.
There's a few picks. But that's it, man.
Alright. Another successful outing, I'd say.
I think so.
I think so.
All right. Until next time, kiddies.
Much
This is
love.
the Dummies signing out. Mushroom, goodbye.
Bye.
Dip!
When all is lost to you inside, when all the darkness takes the light,
Go